Salesforce. For 25 years, we've been a force for sales, a force for service, a force for marketing, for commerce, for analytics. Well, starting now, we're also your Agentforce. A force for humans with AI agents to drive customer success together.
Agentforce is not about AI replacing people. It's about how do we enhance employee experience to deliver better customer experience.
We're not just talking about a business evolution. We're talking about an agent revolution. Agents with the power to act on behalf of you and your business. Agents with context to make customer relationships more personal. Agents with the ability to do it all intelligently, accurately, and autonomously. Because when you've got trusted AI agents at work, your business can succeed at scale.
Agentforce gives us the ability to deliver that high-touch, personalized service to everybody.
You can improve the communication between supply and demand, between patients and doctors, employees and employers, clients and customers. You see, this isn't another basic bot. No, this is a bona fide Agentforce A-team. This is using data to reach every possible customer with exactly the right message, then taking immediate action so they have exactly the right experience. This is augmenting and elevating humans to new heights while always staying grounded in trust.
It will help humans become more human.
Welcome to a force of meaningful and effective intelligence. Welcome to a force for purpose, for trust, and for good. Welcome to Agentforce, to what AI was meant to be. And now, our CEO and chair, Mr. Marc Benioff.
All right, here we go. All right, good morning, everybody. No, I said good morning, everybody. All right, it's great to be with all of you. What a great day it is in San Francisco, huh? Gorgeous day. We are thrilled to be with you today. We are absolutely thrilled, and we are grateful that you are coming here all the way from all over the world to be with us. And this is going to be an incredible program. It is Dreamforce. That is exciting. How about that? Are we excited to be at Dreamforce? And this Dreamforce is really like no other Dreamforce we have ever had, because this Dreamforce is about humans with agents driving customer success together. Now, before I get going on the stage, and I'm super excited because for the last several weeks we've been traveling all over the world, meeting with you, meeting with our customers, doing focus groups, reviewing what we're doing, and, tuning our message, kind of figuring out what we're going to say here. And I'll tell you what, we're here to inspire you, to motivate you, to energize you. But before we can do any of those things, you know what we have to do? We have to thank you. We have to thank each and every one of you for what you do for us every single day. We are so grateful to you. We are so grateful to all of you, all over the world, those who are in this audience right here and those of us who are watching us online as well. Thank you. We are deeply grateful to you. Our customers, we are so grateful to our partners, our trailblazers. We have some trailblazers here, some service blazers, some data blazers, some sales blazers, some data famers, some muleys. Oh, got some muleys. This is cool. We have some employees here. We have some community members. We're so excited to have all of you here. And I'll tell you one more group I want to thank this year especially. It's so important to me personally. I want to thank San Francisco and California for everything that you've done for us. And you're going to see our fire department and our police department here in San Francisco have done an extraordinary job to get us going and to make sure that this is a safe and trusted environment. We're so grateful to them and to our whole municipal agencies as well throughout the city. And of course, our mayor has done a fantastic job with us getting ready for this incredible program. And I'll also want to thank Gavin Newsom, who happened to bring down an extra couple hundred CHPs to keep our streets safe for us. So would you do me a favor? And if you see our firefighters or police force around and everything they're doing to keep us safe, would you give them a pat on the back and tell them thank you on behalf of me? And tell them how grateful that we are for being here with us. Thank you. Now, one more thing. We have a phenomenal program put together for you. We have unbelievable speakers, 1,500 sessions. Now, we have 1,500 sessions, 45,000 people are here in person, millions that are joining us online. We have 200 sponsors, and these sessions are incredible. Look at all these amazing speakers. We expect you to go to each and every one of these 1,500 sessions, so pay attention to those. And we're going to do an amazing concert tomorrow night. Is everyone excited to see Pink and Imagine Dragons? And we're also going to have some great music going on Howard Street as well during the show. We got a lot of surprises happening out there. You may be seeing some of your favorite artists appearing right in the Howard Street world. And all of this is benefiting our UCSF Children's Hospital that we're so grateful for having. And we've now given more than $120 million to them. How about that? Pretty awesome. So thank you for giving back all the time, continuously giving back. Oh, that's part of our core values here at Salesforce. As you probably know, we have a set of core values that we have been working on for about 25 years. And those 25-year core values are still alive and well: trust, customer success, innovation, equality, sustainability. And they're more important than ever, especially when you see how it relates to artificial intelligence, and all the technology we're going to speak to translates down to that idea that your data is not our product here at Salesforce. Now, it turned out about 25 years ago, we took a very interesting moment. We said we would take 1% of our equity, our profit, and all of our employees' time and put it into a 501c3 public charity. Have you heard about that already? But guess what? We had no equity, we had no profit, we had no time. It was very easy to do. Well, it turned out that was a really good idea, because now, 25 years later, we've given away almost $1 billion. We've done almost 10 million hours of volunteerism. 59,000 nonprofits and NGOs run on our services. We've been able to give away more than $150 million to our local San Francisco and Oakland public schools, including $23 million that we gave away yesterday. We're giving another $3 million to our Hawaii Department of Education, a group that we're very, very have in our hearts every single day, and we're a net zero company. And 18,000 companies have followed us in this 1-1-1 model. So, first of all, here's my opportunity to say, if you are with a nonprofit or an NGO, would you just stand up and be recognized right now? If you're with a nonprofit or NGO, all over this room, if you're with a nonprofit or an NGO, look around. Look around. These are the people we want you to help, support. They're doing God's work. We want you to be aligned with them. Okay, look, it's been an incredible journey with Salesforce. We are the #1 CRM. We are the second largest software company in the world. It's been a fast track to $38 billion. It's been incredible, hasn't it? And it's been incredible how much of it has happened right here in this room. It's amazing. Incredible. Look at that slide. Who would have ever thought it's even possible? And we did it the right way. And we did it with great technology. And what we're going to talk about at this event, and what's really happening in our whole industry right now, and why we are more excited than ever, is because what's happening with AI. Now, through Dreamforces for the last especially 10 years, we've been talking about the emergence of AI and how AI has been a critical part of our future. And we introduced you to Einstein. We did so much in deep learning. We did so much. We even invented prompt engineering at Salesforce. And then as we've gone forward and built our own models and added to our technology and did all these things to be a pioneer in AI, it became clear to us this was a moment. This was a moment of change. See, we saw that first generation of AI happen, and we talked about all those things, predictive and Einstein predictions and the idea of building Einstein into the platform and how Einstein was going to be a co-intelligence with you and support you. And I've been even using that myself now for like 5 or 6 years, where my management team will tell me what my sales figures are, but at the end of every meeting, I will always say, hey, Einstein, what do you really think is happening? Powerful. Sales leaders don't like it so much. Great for me, however. That's very important. And then we moved into this Copilot world, but the Copilot world has been kind of a hit and miss world. Copilot world has been a world where customers have said to us, hey, I got these Copilots, but they're not exactly performing as we want them to. We don't see how that Copilot world is going to get us to the real vision of artificial intelligence, of augmentation, of productivity, of better business results that we've been looking for. We just don't see Copilot as that key step for our future. In some ways, they kind of looked at Copilot as the new Microsoft Clippy. And I get that. But it was pushing us. It was pushing us. And they were trying to say to us, what is the next step? And we are now really at that moment. And that is why this show is our most important Dreamforce ever. There's no question this is the most exciting Dreamforce and the most important Dreamforce. And what you're going to see at this show is technology like you have never seen before. But it's going to be more than about just seeing the technology. We're going to let you get what I've been telling people, your hands into the soils to touch the technology, because this technology is incredible. Now, how many of you have already been in a Waymo already in San Francisco? Raise your hands if you've already taken a Waymo ride. Oh, not very many. Well, let me encourage you. Put the Waymo app on your phone while you're here and call the car to come and pick you up, because it is a moment. It's a moment, okay? The first time you take a ride in an autonomous car is a moment. And that is an opportunity for you to do that right here in San Francisco. That's something that we expect you to do. Try it out. And the reason I'm making that metaphor is very simple. Because the first time you build and deploy, your first autonomous agent for your company that is going to help you to be more productive, to augment your employees, and to get these better business results, you're going to remember that like the first time it was in your moment, in your Waymo. This is the third wave of AI. This is the third wave of AI. It's agents. And we are getting feedback from you, from our customers who have it already, and I hope by the end of this show, because each and every one of you is going to have an opportunity to deploy your own agents at the show. Pretty cool, actually. This is going to be something that we are not going to forget. Hopefully, because it goes very well. But it's a little bit of a high wire act for a technology company, because we're doing something that no one has ever done before. But that's not unusual for us. We've been doing those kind of things for, 25 years. We love building the #1 AI CRM. That's what we really, really love. But now we're going to deliver something like we've never delivered before. And we know that that idea that we can give you, that next capability, well, that's just built into our DNA at Salesforce. It is. You see right here, we've been doing this for 25 years. Because for you, our trailblazers, oh, come on. This is what we love to do. We want to be the first to welcome you into the future. We want to be the first to welcome you into the future. And we look at our Salesforce platform as your future as a service. We want to future-proof you, not only in your careers, but your companies too. And it has happened in the cloud when we first introduced our platform in 1999. And we said, we're going to help you get into the cloud. And then mobile in 2006, and we said, we're going to help you get into mobile. And we said, hey, social, we're going to help you get into social. Yes, and we helped our customers get into AI first. And data. For the last several years, we've been introducing the concepts of building data lakes and federating those data lakes with zero copy. And now with agents, this idea that we are all going to be using agents. but we're going to do it all within our Salesforce platform. We're going to do it all within our Customer 360 apps. And we've rewritten all of our Customer 360 apps, even the ones that we've acquired, into a one consistent, singular platform. And that platform that we're all very familiar with, that has 3 releases a year, this platform is the key strategic motion of Salesforce. And now this platform has the best AI in the world, we're about to review that, and the best agents. And the reason why that is so important is because it is going to empower you and enable you to bring that to your customers and to your companies and to yourselves. And we see that every trailblazer must be, of course, a sales blazer, a service blazer, a marketing blazer, a commerce blazer. Every trailblazer has to become a muley, but every trailblazer also can become now an agent blazer. And we've been very proud for 25 years. We've been very proud for 25 years here at Salesforce to, of course, help you manage your Salesforce. This has been very important to us. So thank you for letting us manage your sales organization. We're so grateful to you. How are you? Good morning. Is this the Japanese section by some reason? I might know that. Ohayou gozaimasu. O genki desu ka? How are you? How are you? Good. Otsukaresama deshita. Thank you for all your hard work. So we've helped you deploy your sales forces, your service forces, your marketing forces. We've helped you deploy your commerce forces and your analytics forces. Of course, we've also helped you over the last several years deploy your data forces, your Slack forces. But now, and at this show, what we're all going to do together is we're going to work to deploy your first Agentforce. And in the way that when you get in that first Waymo and have that experience of a car driving you around San Francisco and going, whoa, there's no driver, you're going to have that moment where you say, wow, I'm deploying autonomous agents for my company, and it is working, hopefully. So it's a high wire act in this technology industry, as I mentioned, because this is incredible technology and code, and the results that we're seeing are just awesome. Look, we know back at home, workforces are overwhelmed. They're doing these low-value tasks. They've got kind of a whole different thing post-pandemic. Productivity is a different place. Capacity is a different place. You know, you talk to doctors and nurses and healthcare centers all over the world, they'll tell you the same thing. They're kind of burned out. They kind of are looking for a different way forward. Maybe because we're more anxious about our health, you know, since the pandemic. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, we do see that workforces are different. And we realize is that 41% of the time seems to be wasted on low values and repetitive tasks. We want to address that. That customers are expecting more, 0 hold times, to be more personal and empathetic, to work with an expert all the time, to instantly schedule things. That's our vision, our dream for these agents. You know, the thing that's really interesting is we have a very large healthcare organization here in the Bay Area, and they've been testing this, and they've got the best AI, and they came back and said, you know, this might be working better than the best AI we have, and it's just giving our doctors and nurses more capability, more capacity. That idea that we're directly addressing the burnout issue by giving more productivity and more capacity to those doctors and nurses, that means everything to us. That is very exciting. It inspires us to think about this in a new way. That's when we can start to say, what if these workforces had no limits at all? Wow. That's kind of a strange thought, but a big one. You start to put all these things together and you go, we can kind of build another kind of company. We can build a different kind of technology platform. We can take the Salesforce technology platform that we already have and that all of you have invested so much into, the Salesforce platform, and we can deliver it the next capability. The next capability that's going to make our companies more productive, to make our employees more augmented, and just to deliver much better business results. And that is what Agentforce is. Agentforce has to be the biggest breakthrough that we have ever had on technology. And I think it's the biggest breakthrough that I've seen in a long time in artificial intelligence. It's about humans with agents driving customer success together on the Salesforce platform. Now, I love that line because one of the cool things about Salesforce is we're not just tossing you another model or tossing you a hyperscaler or tossing you an AI engineer or tossing you something else. We're just saying on the platform that you already love and use every day, the Salesforce platform, right inside the configurator, right inside the system that you already love and know, you're going to start to find this incredible new functionality. And of course, it's going to be trusted and secure. It's going to have a trust layer. All of those things are right there. And we realize how important that is. I read a Gartner report last week about those nasty copilots. And they were spilling data all over our customers' floors. And we're like, that is no good for our customers. That's not the kind of businesses we run. And of course, just like every other Salesforce platform, we're going to be able to just have instant scalability, but a very high level of accuracy. In fact, you're going to find these agents are going to be some of the lowest hallucination agents you have ever experienced. And why is that? Why would our agents be so low hallucinogenic and so accurate? Well, it has to do with the platform. It's because we have the data and the metadata and the workflow and the business process and the security model and the sharing model and all those things that we love and have used and are deeply wedded to for 25 years. It turns out those things make a more accurate AI. It turns out that those things give us what we need to have more of a low hallucinogenic AI. And of course, we already know that we're going to make it easy to build these agents. Well, you're going to be doing that in the next couple of hours. We already know all the AI capabilities and the models and the ability to train the models. You're not going to be buying a model from a model company. You're not going to have to go somewhere else to kind of figure out how to bolt on some other kind of AI. No. You're going to have the most accurate AI in the world built into this platform. And, oh yeah, one more thing. The platform also has all these Customer 360 apps. The apps are also inside the platform. It's one of the reasons why the AI is so accurate, is because it understands the logic that's coming out of the apps. Because the more customer touch points you have with Salesforce, the more our AI learns and understands who your business is and how it can help you. Because you're doing so much with our platform already, we have the data and the metadata and the knowledge from these apps to be able to support you, and you're going to see that in real time at this show. And of course, it's a unified metadata platform. It not only knows what your data is, your phone number, here's my number, but my metadata, oh, it's a phone number. Because we can put those two things together, again, it's why the AI is so accurate. And it's an open system. How many people in the room are actually partners with Salesforce? Raise your hands. Welcome to all the partners here. All the partners and ISVs. And this is going to provide a whole new generation of apps as well, because we already see now all kinds of new apps that we can build, importing data into our data cloud, building apps around that platform, and being able to deploy that with these agents in incredible new ways. We're really seeing some exciting things. We're really seeing that Agentforce is also going to be about surrounding all of this technology, which will GA in October. But you're going to have it here at the show with our innovation by every industry and all of our global community, all of you worldwide, We're going to try to light this up for everybody as fast as possible. It is amazing. And the early stories from customers are blowing our mind. It's blowing our mind. I have to tell you about one of my customers that I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of them. Wiley. We've talked about Wiley at this show so many times. I've met with them so many times. It's more than a decade of our relationship with Wiley. We love Wiley. Okay, do you know what this is their Super Bowl right now? Did you know that? Because this is back to school. It's back to school. So guess what? Everybody's buying the books and all this, but what do you do if you're Wiley at this point? You need to hire some more workers, right? Gig workers and surge the workforce, and not so easy actually right now in today's economy. So how about this? What if you could surge your service organization and you could surge your sales organization without hiring more people? That's Agentforce. That is what's so exciting. And Wiley is already reporting that they're resolving 40 to 70% of these cases. And the next version of Agentforce, which is version 2, you're going to hear about, called Atlas, we are seeing more than 90 to 95% resolution on all service and sales issues. 90 to 95% with the new Atlas, which is version 2 of Agentforce. Another amazing customer that we use, I know I just used it myself, OpenTable. I was in Los Angeles last week rolling this out and making a dinner reservation for the Grill in Beverly Hills, one of my favorite places. I love the cream spinach. And all of a sudden, I'm making the reservation and I'm resolving my customer service issue, and I'm able to do it with an agent. And that was a moment. Very cool. Jim Cramer's here. Just saw you sitting here, Jim. Welcome to Dreamforce. I don't think you've ever been to the Keynote before. Come on. That's awesome. We gave you a good seat and everything. Please welcome Jim Cramer. And Fossil. Does everybody know Fossil, the amazing watches and the retail stores? And they're using this to envision the future of Fossil in sales and service in the retail environment. So exciting. So exciting. But let me tell you where I'm going after Dreamforce. I'm going to Disneyland. I am going to Disneyland. How many of you have been to Disneyland? Anybody here? Not that many. Shocking. Okay, great place to go. Number 2, how many of you, when you go to Disneyland, get a Disney guide? Raise your hand. Oh, only a couple hands. Let me give you a tip. Avoid the ride lines. Avoid the ride lines. Get a Disney guide. You get a Disney guide, they help you get around the ride lines. It's awesome. It's like this service created by Walt Disney. They use Salesforce. They've all got phones in their pockets. Okay, and they've got Slack and they've got Salesforce on their phones in Disneyland. These Disney guides, they're amazing. I love them. I have been to Disneyland so many times. I go actually about 4 times a year. One of my favorite customers. I love how they use our store. They use us for their store. They use us for Disney Plus for the customer service. Across the whole product line, we're their customer touchpoint automation. But let me tell you why I'm excited about their work with Agentforce. Because it's about helping them create these unforgettable experiences. And my vision here is very simple, and I think I can make a compelling case of why this will transform my experience at Disneyland. Because when I go to Disneyland, I'm there, I'm walking around all the Frontierland and Tomorrowland and all these things, and then I'll say to my guide, let's roll, we're gonna go to Galaxy Edge. Do you know what Galaxy Edge is? It's Star Wars land, okay? And then I'm like, I like to go right to this ride, Rise of the Resistance. Anyone here been to Rise of the Resistance? Great ride. Okay, we've got a couple happy people. And then, but Rise sometimes isn't working. It's so incredible, visionary ride. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working. And then my guide will know, oh, wait, the ride isn't working. But here's the thing. The AI, Agentforce, well, my guide, it can start to work with Agentforce and say, Agentforce, we're on our way right now to Rise. And I got Marc Benioff with me. And I just got a notification the ride is down. Agentforce, help me. And Agentforce is going to do two things. One, it's going to look at, because I've opted in, of course, all my ride history, how am I doing, you know, what I've been on, what I liked, what I didn't like, right? What my personal preferences are, what brands I like at Disney, on and on, right? But number two, Agentforce does one other thing. It looks across the whole park. It looks across the whole park and it says, oh, what rides have long lines? Where can we get in Marc right now? How do we do the flow control? How do we keep the park moving? Not how do we just make Marc happy. Brings the two things together and, hey, Marc, have you thought about Toontown today? It's just like the Rise architecture, but it's with this incredible new brand, Toontown. And I'm on my way to Toontown. A better experience, my Disney guide working with the agent together, the agent doing what it can do best, these very complex situations. This is really the vision for a future of a company. This is the company that we're going to build here at this show. We're going to all build this together. And you're going to see another amazing company. Now, this slide was not in the presentation yesterday, because yesterday, our customer Saks, who knows Saks Fifth Avenue, one of the great stores? Oh, wow. We have more Saks Fifth Avenue people here than Disneyland people. Amazing. It really speaks to something. I don't know what. So Saks came in and said, you know, we want to give our shoppers more concierge, better return management, better service management. And last night they sent me a link, and all of a sudden they had Agentforce running in their existing Salesforce implementation, and it was live on their site. And I said, I hope that every Salesforce customer has the ability to do that at Dreamforce. Will that be awesome? So we added this slide last night on what happened yesterday, because we have flown in 4,000 of our own Salesforce engineers to work with you and help you get this done. And we've created these launch pads, and it's going to be awesome. Now, when I think about Salesforce today, I think about it in 3 layers, maybe 4. First is, I think about, for the last 25 years, what have we been doing? We've been automating every customer touch point, right? Sales and service and marketing and commerce and analytics and Slack, and anywhere your customer's coming in, we're connecting, and we are making that part of our Customer 360. 2, we are also building a data cloud so that you have a data lake that is able to absorb all of that customer connectivity, including if you have multiple Salesforce orgs, and federate that data cloud out to not only all your Salesforce orgs, but to other types of data lakes like Snowflake and Databricks and Google BigQuery and Amazon Redshift and even IBM mainframes. Amazing. And then we're able to take all of that data and bring it down into the Customer 360. And this has been our vision for the last 25 years. But now, what we want to do is wrap that with agents and make you even more productive and more capable. And it's an extension of our core platform. So you can have health agents and banking agents and product agents and ops agents and sales agents and support agents and marketing agents and customer experience agents and analytics agents and finance agents and HR agents. And it's all built on this Salesforce platform with all the trust and security and ecosystem that you need. And this means that our architecture now looks different. It looks like this. And this is not what it looked like the last time we were all in this room. It didn't look like this. This isn't where we were. We had a different vision of the future. Customer 360 and Data Cloud was our best selling, most exciting new product ever. But agents are really changing us. They're transforming us. They're giving you that ability to have something that's trusted and secure and scalable and accurate and easy to customize with this built-in AI, and you know, the Customer 360 is built in, the metadata and the data are built in, the open ecosystem are built in, and you buy nothing else from anybody to make it work. It just works with accuracy and low hallucination. And some of the hypnosis that we've had around AI, that it doesn't work exactly like that, or you have to DIY it. You know, DIY, do you all know what DIY is? I thought everybody knew what DIY was, but it's not. Maybe it's a San Francisco term. DIY means do it yourself. You know? I was talking to my friend Neil Young, and he knew exactly what that was because he said it was like homegrown. But DIY means I'm just putting it all together on my own. But I don't think you can DIY this. I think you want a single, professionally managed, secure, reliable, available platform. I think you want the ability to deploy this Agentforce capability across all of these people that are so important for your company and all of these digital and human workers. And the reality is, we all have struggled in the last 2 years with this vision of copilots and LLMs and how are we putting it all together. So why are we doing that when we can have Agentforce? We can move from chatbots to copilots to this new Agentforce world, and it's going to know your business, and it can plan, it can reason, it takes action on your behalf. On that idea of working with a large healthcare system at scale, it's scheduling, in our vision, the MRI for you, or the CT scan, or the repeat labs, or your doctor's office visit for you. It's taking care of the drudgery and the low-value tasks that are slowing those doctors and nurses down. And we're going to deliver it across all of our industry clouds in all of the key industries that we support with all of the compliance and governance that you need, whether it's FedRAMP or HIPAA or SOC or whatever it is, so that you get it as you need it and it's ready to go. And I think we're also going to inspire at this show a whole new generation of apps built on our platform. We already saw a large network vendor come along who said, oh, Mark, we want to help you, get more people back to office and look at who's in the office and who's not at office. And I said, that's interesting. And they're like, we're running your VPN for you. And I said, well, that's interesting. And they said, we've hooked our VPN data into your data cloud. And I said, oh, that's very interesting. And then we're looking at the VPN data in the data cloud, and then they said, and now look at this. Here is now an app that shows you who's in the office and who's not. And I said, wow, that's really next generation. And then they said, and now here's a bunch of agents that are talking to your employees, encouraging them to get back in the office. And I said, wow, that is something I did not expect. And I wonder how many more apps are out there that I didn't expect. Now let's go and let's look inside Agentforce. Let's look at what the possibilities are, and please welcome the CEO of our AI, Clara Shih. Clara, where are you?
Okay.
Here she is. All right, Clara, show it to us.
Okay. Thank you, Mark. And this is my 18th Dreamforce, and it is so special for me to be here with all of you in this moment, because we're in a time when, in the very near future, agents will be as commonplace as apps and web pages. And no one is better positioned than all of us, trailblazers, to deliver on this amazing future. So you just heard from Mark the vision for Agentforce, some of the customer success that we're seeing, and our ecosystem. Now I'm going to take us a little deeper and talk about what agents are and why the Salesforce platform is the easiest, lowest risk way to build and deploy agents for the enterprise. Now, there are 5 things that make an agent. First, you need a role. What's the agent's job? It's similar to the roles that you've already defined in Salesforce. If you use Sales Cloud, you have these roles for your SDRs, for your account executives. If you're like Kevin from Wiley and you have service reps on Service Cloud, you have these roles defined for your support team. And so if it's back to school and you need to scale up your service organization, you can start there. But it's not just defining the role, it's managing the role. Many of you already use Omni Supervisor to manage all of your service calls in real time. You can listen in, you can track how the CSAT is trending for every single call that's happening. We've extended Omni Supervisor to now also help you manage your Agentforce. We'll show you this in just a moment. The second thing you need is you need data. You need data. Again, you have this data in Salesforce already. Whether it's structured data, like a custom object, or it's unstructured data, like a Slack conversation and knowledge articles, all of that is there. You have your metadata in Salesforce, and you can even bring in your external data. You heard Marc talk about our zero-copy partner network from Data Cloud. All of your data from your data lakes, your data warehouses, all of that can now be activated by your Agentforce. Now, the third thing you need, this is really important, is you need actions. What are the workflows? What are the systems your agents can access to get the job done? Now, this is very powerful because it's the basis of automation, and it is not something you want to risk having an LLM hallucinate. Good news, you don't have to. You've spent 25 years building your trusted business logic into Salesforce, whether it's your prompts or the billions of flows that run every single week, or every line of Apex code you've invested in, and every MuleSoft API. All of that is there for you to point and click and empower your Agentforces with. Now, the fourth thing you need are channels. This is where your customers and your employees interact with the agent. You already have Sales Cloud, you have Service Cloud, you have Marketing and Commerce Cloud, and only the Salesforce platform offers all of the major digital channels natively from within our app. WhatsApp, Apple Business Messenger, SMS, voice, email, it's all there. You just turn it on and you go. Now, the final, most important thing that you need to deploy trusted enterprise agents is trust and security. The very first thing we built when we started on this journey was our Einstein trust layer. And every single Agentforce interaction runs through that trust layer, which means that you can rest assured that it has data security, like prompt injection defense. It has data privacy, like zero retention prompts and data masking. It has ethical guardrails, like our toxicity filter. It has guardrails to define what agents aren't allowed to do versus what they can. It has observability and monitoring. But it's much more than that. If you take a step back and look, everything that you've ever done has led you to Agentforce, because every role, every piece of metadata, every flow, every channel, all of that becomes the guide and the guardrails for your autonomous Agentforce. Now let's talk about how these pieces come together to drive real business outcomes. It all starts with our Atlas reasoning engine. Atlas is the brain of Agentforce, and it takes your goal, it takes your role, and it loops, it creates a plan, it evaluates the plan, it refines the plan, and it keeps looping until it's confident it can achieve your goal. It uses advanced retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, to pull in the structured and unstructured data that it needs from Data Cloud, and then it takes action for you across the Customer 360. Whether that's automating a financial services campaign in Marketing Cloud, or it's engaging with a prospect in Sales Cloud, or in the case of OpenTable, I'm a frequent user of OpenTable, confirming that perfect dinner reservation for your husband's birthday. All of that comes together, and if it ever gets stuck, Atlas knows to seamlessly escalate to one of your team members using Sales, Service, Marketing, or Commerce Cloud. Very smooth. My favorite thing, though, about Atlas is that the more you use it, the smarter it gets. Because while everyone else in the industry is talking about reinforcement learning from human feedback, we have pioneered reinforcement learning from customer outcomes. That's right, all of the customer outcomes you have in the Customer 360, whether it's marketing conversion rates or sales deal wins or service resolutions, all of that is used to continuously tune and improve your Agentforce. And because your data isn't our product, all of your outcome data is proprietary to your company, allowing you to create strategic advantage over time. Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. And it just, tremendous kudos to our fantastic research organization for all of the amazing technology that's gone into Atlas and Agentforce. And we're seeing amazing results. 33% greater accuracy, 2 times greater relevance. And these are according to our customers' benchmarks, not ours. And this is the difference between a DIY science project versus a real enterprise-grade agent you can confidently deploy into production. And this is why we are so thrilled to be bringing Agentforce now into every Salesforce cloud. Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing, Commerce, every industry cloud. Einstein Copilot is being officially upgraded to Agentforce so that it can learn, reason, and take action for you. And to help you get going fast, we're also excited to be releasing over 100 out-of-the-box, industry-specific actions for Agentforce. We also want to make it really easy for you to customize your Agentforce, as well as to build your own. You're familiar with our low-code tools. I know there's tens of millions of you trailblazers that use Flow Builder, Model Builder, Prompt Builder. Well, I want you to meet Agent Builder. It's the newest member of our low-code family and part of the Agentforce Studio. And it allows you not only to access a familiar look and feel, but also to access any of the existing data, metadata, roles, and business logic you already have in Salesforce. Just drag and drop it into your agent. That's how Saks was able to get up and running in just a week. And I know it's amazing that 2.8 million badges, you've earned 2.8 million AI badges on Trailhead, and I know you're just getting started, and you are well on your way to each becoming an agent blazer. Now, to see this come to life, I want you to hear a story from a true agent blazing customer. I see Mike there, who's the CTO from Saks. You want to give a wave, Mike? And to hear how they're using Agentforce to deliver luxury experiences to every customer at scale. Let's roll the tape.
We believe there's going to be a fundamental shift in the way that you interact with humans at Saks. That's really going to be enabled by Agentforce.
At Saks, we deliver a dream. We sell things that people want to love. The emotional connection you have with finding that one thing you want.
There are lots of new changes happening across the technology ecosystem. You need to have the best technology.
We saw the luxury consumer beginning to move to e-commerce. We said, we got to pivot.
Really important for us to meet the customer where they want to be and service them in the best ways.
Agentforce offers personalized service to customers like Maria. In this case, she has a birthday coming up.
If you have millions of customers and you want to create millions of different experiences, it's not scalable. But Agentforce gives us that ability.
Agentforce will enable us to service customers in ways we couldn't imagine before. It will recognize photos and understand text, and make personalized recommendations to customers like Maria.
We really believe there is an immense opportunity for Agentforce to allow for our service agents to become stylists, really focus on clienteling with our customers. We are recommending things for you that are personal to you, that are authentic to you. Agentforce is really allowing our humans to have a deeper, more impactful interaction with our customers.
Gives us the ability to continue to offer a very high-touch luxury experience that people expect from a Saks. And I know it sounds simple, but that full 360-degree view of the consumer, everything they're doing, from how they're browsing, from how they're shopping, from what they return, from what they call the call center about, from how they pay, from everything, really understanding them, we're going to give them that comfort that they're the most important to us, which they are.
When Maria contacts us, it's intelligently routed to a customer representative based on the nature of her question.
Agentforce is going to free up our people to work in a different way with their clients. It's not going to replace, it's going to augment.
Here we have Agentforce making a recommended response based on customer data, previous cases, as well as knowledge articles. All we have to do is hit post.
We believe that Data Cloud is going to be the platform for us to activate that data through servicing, through commerce, through order management.
If you can get people comfortable and if you can work with them on an individual basis, a personalized basis, the sky's the limit on what you can do with them.
I don't believe that the experience that we are delivering would be possible without Salesforce.
It goes back to the belief that humans with agents drive customer success together. Together, that's how we're going to win.
You can always tell the Saks team because you're the best dressed people in the room. Mike, thank you so much for being an agent blazer, and to show you Saks's actual agent force, please welcome up my colleague, Patrick Stokes.
All right. Thank you so much, Clara. Good morning, everybody. So I absolutely love Dreamforce. I love being on this stage to show you all these incredible products. But I'm going to admit, I do get stressed out about one kind of silly thing, and that's what I should wear when I'm up here. And even right now, I'm not really sure if this is like technology conference or fall wedding in New Jersey. Could be either. So a couple days ago, I decided to go to the Saks.com website. And I was browsing along, and I ordered a new jacket, kind of jacket-sweater combo that I really liked. And came to my house, I tried it on, and it didn't really fit. And I had a crazy idea. I thought it would be really fun to bring 45,000 people together here in San Francisco and millions online and call customer service. Now, before we call Saks's customer service, I want to call everyone else's customer service. So let's give it a try.
Hello, and thank you for calling customer service. If you know the extension of the party you are trying to reach, you may dial it at any time. To hear our store hours, please press 1. To start a return, please press 2. For product inquiry,
Let's not do that. That's no fun. Nobody wants to call that customer service line. It doesn't feel natural. It's not human. I can't even start talking, which is like, you know, what you do when you pick up a phone. I have to wait. I have to select a number. That is an absolutely terrible experience. In fact, do you know what they call that in the industry? They call it case deflection. Did you know that? They're actively trying to deflect you from talking to somebody who can actually help you. It's crazy. We don't want that. As consumers, as customers, we want help. We want resolution. We want solutions to our problems. And after a few more calls like that, we might even want some retribution. That is terrible. But the good news is it doesn't have to be like that anymore, because we have Agentforce and because Saks has Agentforce. As Marc showed us earlier, Saks just rolled out their new Agentforce agent, and they call her Sophie. Let's give Sophie a call and see if the experience is any different.
Hi, I'm Sophie, your Saks AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Yeah, hey Sophie, this is Patrick. I'm wondering if you can help me with my most recent order. I think I might have got the wrong size.
I'm sorry to hear that, Patrick. I'd be happy to help. Is this about the Saks Fifth Avenue Collection cashmere baseball bomber sweater you purchased on September 9th?
Yep, totally is. That's the one. I tried it on, and I think it's just a little bit tight.
I'm sorry the sizing didn't work out. Based on your purchase history, a size medium should provide a relaxed fit. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, but I noticed you said cashmere. Is it going to shrink?
The sweater is 100% cashmere, so we recommend dry cleaning only to preserve the natural fibers and avoid any potential shrinkage. Would you like to go with a medium?
Yeah, let's do the medium.
Great. Based on your shipping address, you should receive it within 3 to 5 business days. Does that work?
No, I have a pretty big event coming up. Is there any way I can get it in like 1 or 2 days?
Unfortunately, that's the fastest shipping available for this item. Would you like me to transfer you to someone who can assist you further?
No, not right this second, Sophie. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Okay. totally different experience, very friendly. I was able to immediately start talking. Sophie knew exactly who I was because she has my full Customer 360 profile. She knew my orders because she has all of our order history stored inside of Data Cloud. She was even able to take some action. She was able to switch and order me a new medium jacket. But right there at the end, you may have noticed one thing that Sophie wasn't able to do. Sophie wasn't able to figure out a way to get me that jacket any sooner. And that's because right now, at this moment in time, Sophie really only knows how to talk to the shipping carriers. She can look that up, but that's about as far as she can go. But that's not as far as Saks can go, because Saks has stores all over the country. And if we could enable Sophie with some ability to identify those stores and maybe even look into the inventory of those stores, maybe Sophie could have gone one step further. And that's what I want to show you right now. So as Clara showed us earlier, we have our all-new Agentforce Studio with Agent Builder. And this is the very first time on a Salesforce stage we're going to show you this. I am so excited. So here we are inside of Agent Builder, and you can see we have our configuration here for Sophie. And configuration is really, really important. It's all natural language. What's so cool about building these agents is if you can describe it, Agentforce can probably do it. It's really, really awesome. So here we have our avatar, we have our agent name, we have our description. But what I really want to show you is these topics. Now, topics are really the foundational building block along with actions in how you build these new autonomous agents. And think about topics as just kind of categories of information. So I've got an order management topic here, for example, and that actually happens to be the topic that we were just in our last call with Sophie. And if you're wondering how that works, again, it's just a description. If we look at this order management topic, we can see the kind of description and scope of the topic. We can see some specific instructions. And what happened in that conversation is Sophie was just listening to what I was saying and identifying that I'm probably talking about order management. Simple as that. That's how we make that connection. No writing complex IVR trees or writing code to make that happen. It's just reasoning. Now, within these topics, we have actions. And you can see some of the actions that Sophie already knows how to do. And if you notice, these are actually just flows. We'll spend some more time on that in a moment. But you can see some of the actions that Sophie actually took, like finding my order number, checking the order status, even modifying the orders. Those are all actions that we just saw Sophie perform. But I want to add some new actions. I want to give Sophie the ability to find stores and see if we can find some new inventory. So if I click Add Action, I can see here I've got a couple things that might help me out. I've got Get Nearby Stores. I'm probably going to need that. Change Delivery Method. I might need that. But you'll notice I don't have anything for the store's inventory. I can't look into a store inventory anywhere. So let's fix that. I'm going to close this. I'm going to jump over here to add a new Agentforce action. Now, as we heard earlier from Clara, what's so incredible about Agentforce is you're starting from so far ahead because you've already got all of the workflows and processes built right into Salesforce. You already have all of your data. So you can see all of the flows. These are just all of the flows that you've already built attached to your org. You can pick these and add these to Agentforce. But in our case, I need to call MuleSoft. So I'm going to pick a MuleSoft API, and I happen to have a store inventory API already available to me. And what's amazing about these agents is they can actually query and talk to these APIs just like we would be able to. So I'm going to add this API. I can edit the inputs and outputs if I need to. And I'm going to go ahead and click Finish. And we're going to jump back over to Agent Builder. And if I add these actions, we should get some new things. So let's add Get Nearby Stores. Let's do Change Delivery Method. Let's schedule an in-store pickup. And let's add our Store Inventory API. So we'll add those, and you can see they got added to our actions here. Now, there's some magic here that's going to happen. I'm going to show you the magic, but there's some magic, which is we don't have to write any more code. That's it. That's all we had to do. We just had to add the actions, and Agentforce and Sophie are going to reason over what I want as a consumer and figure it out. But you don't have to trust me. Let me show you how it figures it out. We're actually going to show you the Atlas reasoning engine thinking every step of the way. So I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to type in, we saw voice a moment ago. I'm going to type in what I want here, and bear with me because I'm pretty confident, but I'm not confident enough to type on stage, so I'm just going to paste that in. So hi, my name's Patrick Stokes, customer ID, yada, yada, yada. And you can see as she's analyzing, we can actually see the Atlas reasoning engine here right in the middle. We can see the prompt that I just gave it. We can see the connection to that order management topic that we just saw. And now we can start to see the actions actually being taking place. So Sophie is actually going out and querying our find order number flow, bringing that back. She's then moving on to the next step, which is to check the order status. Now, this is where she failed before, because in my question, I'm asking if I can get it any sooner. She failed at that before, but now she goes on to the next step, because she's figured out that I might have another way to get this here, the jacket here, just a little bit sooner. So you can see get nearby stores. She's trying to see if there's a store near me. Now she's actually looking into the store inventory API. And then she's figured out that, hey, I need to go back to the customer. I need to ask if the customer would like to do an in-store pickup. She doesn't just schedule it herself. She's going to come back and ask me as well. So do I want a new in-store pickup? Yes, I do. We're going to enter, and we're going to see the conclusion of Atlas, and there we go. So now Sophie is figuring out these last few actions, which is to change our delivery method and schedule an in-store pickup. Now, what's amazing about this is all I have to do is deploy this agent, and it works everywhere, whether we're in voice, like we just were a moment ago, or whether we're in Apple Business Messages or in a chat on our website. It just works. It's all one agent. And to prove that to you, I want to give Sophie a call back, and I hope this works, but we're going to give Sophie a call back, and we're going to see if she now has this new capability. So let's give it a shot.
Hi, I'm Sophie, your Saks AI assistant. How can I help you today?
Yep. Hey, Sophie. It's me, Patrick, again. I wonder if you can just give me an update on my order delivery from my most recent order.
Is this about the Saks Fifth Avenue Collection cashmere baseball bomber sweater?
Yep, that's the one.
Great. We have 2 delivery options available. I can have it delivered within 3 to 5 business days, or it can be picked up as soon as today at Saks San Francisco. Which option works best for you?
Oh, that's great. I would love to come into Saks San Francisco and pick it up.
Great. I've placed the order and notified the in-store client advisor that you will pick up the item. They will have it ready for you within the next 3 hours. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nope, that's fantastic. Sophie, thank you so much. You've been super helpful. Thank you. So you can see how we think that this is going to transform everything, how you can get these agents to reason and do anything that you might need them to do. Remember, if you can describe it, you can get Agentforce to do it. But as Clara said, we need to be able to do this with trust as well. And so we're excited to show you our new Omni Supervisor, where you can not only come in and look at what all of your human agents are doing with your customers, but even look at what your Agentforce agents are doing here as well. And we can see that Saks, they maybe have actually rolled out quite a few agents, Sophie and maybe a few others, because depending on where you are in the world, you might want to talk to people in all sorts of different ways. So we can see some of my last few interactions here. We can see an interaction that closed a little while ago between our customer, Claire, who had some tailoring help done. Let's give that one a listen real quick.
I'm Kevin, your Saks AI assistant. How can I assist you today?
Hi,
That's awesome, but what's really cool about Omni Supervisor, we'll just hang up on that, is that we can even listen to calls as they're happening in real time. So we've got 2 calls here that are actually happening, one here with Brian Green. Looks like he's having some problems with his password. Let's give that one a listen.
Problem at all. I can send you a link to reset your password. Would you like me to stay on the line while you create a new password?
No, I don't want to stay on the line while he recreates his password. I think 1 customer service call was enough. Super exciting. Thank you all so much for your time. Mark, back to you.
Okay, are you getting jacked for how this is working? You see what's happening? You can see why we're so excited. It's kind of amazing. And I was just sitting there thinking about, I actually bought these shoes that I'm wearing at Saks. They're Christian Dior shoes, very fancy, for the keynote. And I'm like, yeah, I could make all these changes. I think I buy just about everything online. I bought this suit from Berluti, which is an LVMH company. I bought the shoes that I put it all on this morning for the first time, and I'm like, it's amazing what is possible now. And I think it's not just what is possible, it's what you are going to make possible. Because as you're going to see, these agents, you can make your own. You can make them highly customized for you. You can make them do all these amazing things. But because only Salesforce does these three things, automate every single customer touch point, have the deeply integrated data cloud, have the complete agent builder, and deliver it as all one integrated platform, means that you don't need to DIY your AI. This is the big fundamental thought. Our goal is simple: for you to augment your employees, to create better experiences, to deliver higher revenue and better business results for your companies. And I think you're going to figure all out how to do that at this show. That's our fundamental goal. We are so excited about this. But every time we get excited, we're getting even more excited. And the most exciting thing for us is we've rolled this out to a number of our customers, and we've rolled version 2 out to a number of our customers as well. And version 2, which is called Atlas, and you've heard some of this already, we're starting to see some amazing results, and you saw some of that with the 2x accuracy, and benchmarked against the leading models, we're 2x their accuracy and their hallucination rates, because we have this unfair advantage at Salesforce called the Salesforce platform. And because we hold so much data and metadata, all the customer apps, all the infrastructure, everything, the workflow, and because you have done so much work in this platform, the AI is simply better. This is what AI was meant to be. And you're going to see how Agentforce is outperforming OpenAI on Azure in cost, time to value, and accuracy. It is incredible. And we're going to encourage you to benchmark us, to do the bake-offs, so that you can see the cost differences and the time differences. It reminds me a lot of when we started Salesforce and we started putting together the cloud and we putting these things together and kind of making it all happen, but there were other approaches. There was a lot of DIY approaches, right? So now Parker, come over here, would you? Yeah. He's trying to hide in the second row. Parker Harris, my co-founder. And Parker, you remember this very well, don't you? And I do. Remember, Parker, this slide, when did we start delivering this slide? 25 years ago? This idea, you want your agents, but, here's your customer success, but, oh no, look at all the cost, unbelievable, that's hiding below here. Customers were DIYing it, and all of a sudden, oh, you want AI? No problem. You have to have a custom AI model. This is very good. Now you have to retrain it and train it. You have to, you've got all this fragmented data. Don't worry, you'll hook it up. Oh, you've got all these disconnected apps and agents. Don't worry, we're going to put them all together for you. There's, you don't have a security or sharing model. Don't worry about it. It'll all happen. Oh, look at that. You need to hire an AI engineer, that. And finally, it's going to require this scale. I mean, how long have we been delivering this slide for 2.5 decades? Are you shocked we're still delivering this slide?
I'm not shocked. It's just been a journey. 25 years, what our job is just to make it easy. And that's what we're doing with AI. We used to have a slide, it was called You and the Fun Stuff. Remember that? The fun stuff is getting this AI working and seeing the customer success. And so we want to give you all of this, but it's built on 25 years of technology. It's a big shout out to MK and C. Fisher and Srini and the entire engineering team that have done an incredible job creating this technology.
Well, Parker, it's amazing. So congratulations to you, to the product teams, the engineering teams, to the whole company, and also all the trailblazers, because the slide still holds together, and here we are on the next wave, of technology, and you don't want to DIY it.
You don't want to DIY it, and it is the next decade or more of Salesforce. So exciting.
Congratulations. Thank you. So look at this. The Salesforce platform has evolved. Of course, you've invested so much in these apps. You've invested so much in the platform. We've introduced you to the trust layer and the data cloud and our new RAG techniques and now all of these agents. So the platform has changed. It's transformed. It's evolved. It's gone forward. and yet it's still the simple, easy-to-use platform that's inside all of your companies already. It's already there. You already have your login and username and password, and boom, all of this stuff is there for you, ready to go. Think about it. That is our job at Salesforce, is to take you as trailblazers to the next place. And right now, it means taking you from trailblazers to be agent blazers. Just like we have consistently for 25 years, so when you leave this show, you can go back to your employers or wherever you're going and say, hey, we're going to go, I'm ready. We're going to deliver these agents. And it's possible through this incredible platform. That this is really what AI was meant to be. It's about the customer 360. It's about the data cloud. It's about Agentforce. It's about the Salesforce platform. And it's about our core mantra at Salesforce, which is you don't want to DIY it. This is why we started this company. Because we know that there's companies and technology companies and on and on and on who are going to try to come along and say, we've got the new great thing, and you're going to have to wire it all up and hire a new team that's going to go make all this happen for you, and it's too much. But we can do it in a new way, and we can do it right here. Look, we've seen this even when we were talking last year about Data Cloud. That customers were like, had islands of all of this disconnected data all over the place. And then what did we do? We said, it's in the platform. And we have our data cloud in the platform, and through zero copy, we can plug into whatever you have. We can unify your data and metadata, and we were so excited about that. It's become our best selling new product ever. And companies have come along and made huge investments in this data cloud. And it's been remarkable for us to what we have been able to deliver for customers so rapidly. But here's the other thought. What we didn't realize was, by encouraging you to while we encouraged you to move to the data cloud, and you are now doing 767 trillion records per month in the data cloud, and the huge work you have done with the data cloud, which is awesome, and we're so grateful for that. What we didn't realize is we were preparing you very well for AI. We were preparing you for this next step, that this was now setting you up so that when we rolled out App and Agent Builder, because all of that work was there, it was incredible what we could now do for you. So, to help see the next level of that, please welcome Sajna. Sajna, where are you?
I'm over here, Mark. All right, thank you so much, Mark. Now, Data Cloud is an incredible innovation in our platform. But in order to really appreciate its power, we got to tell you how it works. And it all starts with connecting to your data. Now, this is any data that you can dream up, whether it's structured or unstructured. It could be in a different Salesforce cloud. It could be in a third-party system like SAP or Concur or Workday, or it could even be in external data lakes. And we do this in a really special and distinct way using our zero-copy integration. Because we don't want all of you to incur the cost of moving your data every time you want to use it inside of Salesforce. We don't want you to do that. So instead, we virtualize that data like any other object inside of Salesforce. So you can build your workflows on top of it, you can build your applications, and of course, power your agents. Now, once you've connected to your data, there's still a problem. Because every single system that you have to describe a customer does it in a little bit of a different way. So what Data Cloud does is it harmonizes this data. So all of your systems now speak the same language about your customer. And you have one unified customer profile that you can activate across the customer 360 with your insights, your applications, and all of your workflows. Now, I know what you're thinking. We're here to talk about AI. Even if you connect to all of your data, don't you need to train your own model? Well, the answer to that is no, and we're going to debunk that myth for you here today in some detail. Now, for most customers, many of you in this room, you think, if I just give all of my data to a large language model, that's how they're going to know my business, right? Give all of that data into the model. However, this is expensive, it's costly, like Marc showed you, there are all of these needless steps that you have to go through. And most importantly, as your data changes and scales, this system doesn't scale with it. So instead, we can teach a large language model about our business through the power of a prompt. And a prompt is nothing but a set of instructions that we send to an LLM to teach it about our business. Now, another thing that we don't want to do is load up a prompt with all of our data and have a 100, 200-page prompt just to teach an LLM about our business. We don't want to do that either. So we're going to flip the script here a little bit, and we're going to use a technique called retrieval augmented generation for AI to understand our business. Now, this is a cutting-edge technique that lives deep inside of Data Cloud in our Salesforce platform, and it enables us to search through all of that data you have. Think your images, your PDFs, your policies, all of that, and it allows us to augment our prompts easily and teach AI about our business. Now, Clara mentioned earlier our Atlas reasoning engine. Data Cloud and retrieval augmented generation are at the heartbeat of this reasoning engine, and it helps it iterate and plan and help your agent take action. Now, I want to make all of this really real for you in a demo about Saks. And I'm going to ask Kristen and Claire from the demo team to help me out there from behind the demo desk. All right, now this story is about my actual journey with Saks to get ready for Dreamforce. This outfit is from Saks, and Sophie is here to help me with all of my questions. Now, a really common question that customers have at Saks is about a price adjustment, because how annoying is it when you buy an expensive item and then it immediately goes on sale? You want to make sure you get your money back so you can have that happier customer experience. So I want to go ahead and give Sophie this new ability to answer this question. And this is actually really complicated. I want to take a pause here, because for a service rep at Saks, answering the simple question would mean that they would have to know everything about their policy data, would be able to search for that specific citation to fix that customer question, and then deliver it back to the customer in a matter of seconds. It's not possible for a human, so it's perfect for an agent. So why don't we go ahead and give Sophie some new abilities. And our journey is going to start in Data Cloud. Now, it looks like we've already connected to our CRM data right here, which is a really great start. But I really want to connect to my order management system data that I know lives inside of Snowflake. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new data stream. And Data Cloud makes this super easy with out-of-the-box data connectors for any data system that you can dream up. So I'm going to go ahead and click that snowflake icon and create my new data stream. Now, what I get immediately on the next screen is I'm going to see a data graph of all of the associations of my customer across every single touch point of that data I just connected to, which is super powerful. So now, why don't we go into Agent Studio and give Sophie this new ability. Now, as Patrick mentioned, this is really where we give our agents the ability to answer different questions through topics and actions. Now, we already have a topic drafted here for pricing questions, and I've gotten a little bit of a head start on this action here, which is a prompt under the hood. But I want to edit this prompt and make it a little bit more intelligent. Now, our customers have been building prompts on the platform for over a year now. And our trailblazers are going crazy for this, and I want to tell you why. The first reason is because we enable all of you to pick whichever model you want to use under the hood of your prompts. Because we know it seems like there's a new model being created every single week, every day, and we want to give you the freedom of choice on the platform. Now, the second reason that our customers love building prompts on the platform is because this is prompt engineering the Salesforce way, the low-code way that scales with your business. So why don't we go ahead and draft our first prompt here? And I got a little bit of a head start, like I said, and we're going to go ahead and paste that in. Now, I want to show you how we can use that data we just connected to make this prompt more impactful. And I'm going to go ahead and bring in that information from my Snowflake instance, all of that order management data. I'm going to pull in the right fields, and it's just a few clicks away. And why don't we go ahead and test this prompt and how it resolves on my own contact record. this is pretty good at first glance. We have the amount that I could be refunded, but at the end of the day, this prompt isn't actually resolving the customer question. I think we can do better than this, and we can do better with retrieval augmented generation. So let me show you how easy this is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in what we call a search retriever, and it does what it sounds like it does. It retrieves the right data from all of that data you just connected to and grounds your prompt with it. So I've gone ahead and put that in, and I want to give some search parameters right here to the prompt. And let's see how we did. Let's preview this. All right, this is so much better. And if we go into that resolution text that we're scrolling through right now, you can actually see the exact part of the information I just connected to that is powering our prompt. Now, why don't we see this in that experience for me with Sophie, the Saks agent? So when I ask about my order, Sophie is now empowered with all that data, that order management data. And I've been making a lot of orders from Saks lately, so she's got to confirm if this is the right one. She's right on the money here. And now that we've confirmed that that's the right order, Sophie can resolve that question in a matter of seconds. Now, this would have taken a service rep many different hours to go through all of their policies to resolve this case. And Saks was able to build this incredible customer experience end-to-end on the Salesforce platform and Agentforce without training a single model. Back to you, Marc.
Amazing, Sajana. And I think we're making the case, don't you think? I think we're making the case. And it's cool, isn't it? It's really amazing. And I'll just say, you can give it a hand. As we kind of got ready to get going, and especially about 90 days ago, that's when we said, look, there's only one way anyone is actually going to believe this. You're going to have to let them put their hands in the soil and get going on the platform. And that's when we said, we're going to have to bring thousands of our employees here and work with thousands of our customers and make this work. And it will be the largest, most exciting deployment of agents ever in the history of our industry. And then everyone who does not understand agents or does not understand AI or doesn't understand all the bits and the bytes and the nuances and the nudging and all these things you have to do to kind of get your agent live and going, you're going to figure it out while you're here with these people, with these experts, and with each other, because that's what trailblazers do. And that is what is exciting about this Dreamforce. This is the Dreamforce that we think is not only the most exciting, but most important Dreamforce ever. And we think that this is what AI was meant to be. Now, we already know Salesforce is this #1 CRM. And this is one of the reasons why the AI is so accurate. It's because we have this incredible Sales Cloud that you've invested so much in. And now this Sales Cloud has a built-in SDR agent and a built-in sales coach agent to make your sales forces more successful. You're going to see not only the new sales agent and sales capabilities, but the new Service Cloud and the new service agents, including the scheduling agent and the employee service agent. And you're going to see the new Marketing Cloud, which has been rewritten from the exact target stack into core, so that it's all running right inside Flow and not just inside Journey Builder, because we want one flow, right, for all those agents running. Did you see how important Flow was now? Flow is more important than ever, so we need everything running in Flow. And while we love Journey Builder and Journey Builder's awesome, we need to move into a new environment inside Flow itself to get the power that you're seeing here. And that idea that Marketing Cloud has been rebuilt, you're going to get your hands on that as well here at this show. And that level of personalization and all of these things is coming very, very soon and instantly to our customers. And Commerce Cloud as well. So Commerce Cloud, we're going to have the Merchant GA available now. You're also going to have this incredible buyer agent. And also, we wrote Commerce Cloud into the core as well, so that you can have commerce on core and marketing on core. And also, you're going to see this incredible new Revenue and Order Cloud, which is actually where I bought this suit, because the company where I bought this suit, Berluti, they use our order management system to make it happen. And that is an incredibly powerful thing, and that is going to include our new deal desk functionality as well, and you're going to see this here at the show as well. Every cloud and every agent on one trusted platform. Every cloud and every agent on one trusted platform, one workflow, one metadata environment, one data environment, one sharing model environment, one security model. Oh, and one more thing. We also, remember Tableau? We bought that a few years ago, the #1 business intelligence platform in the world. Well, we decided we're going to rewrite that too. All on Data Cloud, all in core, so you can visualize the whole thing as it's happening. Because you need these data vises and this ability to have this visualization capability. Look at that you can visualize across the whole company, across all your systems, because it's all built in Tableau as well. This is really capable, and this Tableau agent is going to be GA now and Tableau Pulse now. You're going to have your hands on that. It's all deeply integrated into the Data Cloud and Slack as well. Slack deeply integrated in the Data Cloud, Slack deeply integrated into Flow, Slack deeply integrated into our core platform so that you have one consistent interface, one platform for the whole company, for the whole customer 360. And you're going to want to, of course, do this by every industry. So I talked to you about the healthcare idea. Of course, that's going to be a core part of our health cloud, or our consumer goods cloud, or our net zero cloud, helping all of our customers go net zero, or our public sector cloud, or our healthcare and life sciences cloud. We have this amazing new life sciences cloud for life sciences companies, helping them to build the next generation of pharmaceuticals. How important do you think it is for agents to reach out to people who are going through some kind of life sciences pharmaceutical trial to check in on them? How are you doing during the trial? It's super important. Or in the health cloud for the healthcare facilities like the doctors that I talked about earlier, how important do you think it is for a healthcare organization like the ones that are testing Atlas now to do this, to call you back? How did the MRI go? Did you drink all the water to flush out your contrast? Did you take the medication like we told you to do? That is an incredible role for these agents. So whether it is healthcare or public sector or net zero or manufacturing or energy or utilities or financial services or communications or consumer product goods or media or automotive or nonprofit, each and every time. And I'll tell you, I have a new car. It's amazing. You may know I'm a huge car person. I love cars. I'm always getting another car. And GM sent me their new Hummer EV. It's awesome. And we had helped them build this amazing OnStar platform. They are awesome. GM delivers the best customer success. It's beyond my experience. And every time I hit OnStar, I get this incredible experience. I love my car incredibly. I want that next capable functionality. I'm going to just build it into the Auto Cloud also. So that idea that every customer can have this next generation experience and to connect with their customer in a whole new way and use agents in these incredible ways that today, this last mile to get to our customers is just too hard, and we can do it in this Agentforce platform. So with that, let me introduce you to Leah McGowan-Hare, who's going to give you an incredible demo. Leah.
Hey, let's go. Final inning. I am so excited to share with you all how Saks uses Agentforce to scale their employees across all their Salesforce apps. Now, Rusha, myself, and Maximo have 5 use cases we're going to walk you through. So we're going to look at the merchandising team, marketing team, as well as in-store advisors. But first, let's start with Slack. So here we are in the merchandising channel, and the buyer is sharing all the items they want to reorder for the upcoming season. But what I want to bring your attention to is the upper right-hand corner. There's 25 people in there collaborating. Those are 25 humans. Right next to it, you see 3. There's 3 agents in there as well collaborating. Well, let's see what that actually looks like. In here, we can see that Robbie is in there typing. Well, Robbie is actually not human. It's the Saks merchandising agent powered by Agentforce. And here its profile, and here are all the things that it can do. It has skills, it has jobs, and the knowledge that powers Robbie. Well, this is great. And you can see in there, they're collaborating. You got folks in there asking questions. Robbie's answering the questions just like any other teammate. Now, here's the thing. Robbie doesn't just answer questions. Robbie also takes action. But before we actually look at the action Robbie takes, I really want you to take this in. What you are seeing is humans and agents collaborating in a Slack channel. Have you seen that before? I can answer that for you. No, because no other platforms do this. Our competitors, they're not like us. They don't do this. So this is pretty awesome. So now let's actually look at the reorder process that was kicked off. So in here, the buyer, when they want to look at the full reorder process, they simply don't have to leave Slack. They can stay right there thanks to Salesforce channels. Now, channels have always been the core of Slack. But now, with Salesforce channels, you can bring the goodness of your CRM data right there in Slack, all the insights, right into the flow of work, right into your flow of conversations. That is incredible. Now let's switch gears and look at how Saks marketing team uses Agentforce with Tableau. So here we have this beautiful dashboard, but what I want to bring your attention to is the upper left-hand corner viz. Here it shows how many Agentforce customer conversations have had. So that's a great number, and it's going up. What would be really insightful to know? What are they talking about? What are our customers saying? I can't get that from that number. But here's the challenge. That is unstructured data, just like your Slack messages, just like your emails, just like notes. So it would take like a human and a data marketer and all these folks hours and days and weeks to glean through all that data to find out the keywords and what are they talking about. But not for Agentforce. With Agentforce, the marketer can simply ask, why are these conversations on the rise? And what are they actually talking about? And Agentforce responds in natural language with an insight around the keywords, and Agentforce shares a viz. Agentforce speaks viz too. It gives a lovely viz of all the keywords, and it prompts the marketer if they want to further break that information down. So we can break down this information and say, what are they talking about for seasonal collections? And then it comes back, and Agentforce says, you know what? Folks really want to come into the store and get their hands on that seasonal collection. And Agentforce recommends adding an additional segment to an already existing campaign that's performing really well. We're going to create a new segment for that. Now, before we leave this, Rush and Maximo, I want to stay here for a minute. I want to give the folks a minute to take in what we just saw. What we just saw, you were able to get an insight from that number and go all the way to action. Insight to action on one platform. That is the power of Tableau on Core. It now has access to all the metadata, all your custom and standard actions that you have in your org, whether it's existing flows or Apex or any of your prompts. All of that you can build and take action. I am telling you what I know. There are no other applications that can do this. So take it in. I'm going to give you a minute to take it in. That's a lot. That's powerful. Let's go ahead and create a new segment. That's a flow that gets kicked off right there. So here we are, and it kicked off the flow. Agentforce kicked off the flow and came back with 37,000 folks for our in-store event. Probably don't have this capacity to handle that. So the marketer goes back to Agentforce and says, do you think you can, bring this down a little bit to be compliant with our store occupancy level? And Agentforce, because it has access to all the data, knows our top customers, knows the compliance, comes back with a more manageable number. Perfect. Now, we have our campaign, and we've got our segment created. So now let's check it out and see what it looks like from the website. So we're back on the website, and Heather's over there, and it's customized just for Heather as she shops on the mobile app. And Heather's been eyeing this bag on there. Well, Sophie is on there. Remember Sophie, Agentforce? They're ready to answer any question Heather may have because Sophie has the full context of who Heather is. And Sophie invites Heather to the in-store event because she says, you know what, you can get that bag in the in-store, right, Srini? Srini's like, yeah, let's get the bag. So we can go into the in-store event and get the bag. And, you know, Heather starts to get really excited about getting the bag and starts to ask about styling questions. Now, you all heard Patrick talk about building agents, and we put up guardrails. Guardrails are what they can and cannot do. Well, Sophie cannot do styling. That's not her job. So when Sophie gets questions about styling, she's instructed to pass over to a human. And in this case, that's the Saks advisor. And that's exactly what Sophie's gonna do. But before they do, I know what you're thinking, because I can read your mind. I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, Heather's gonna have to repeat all the information that she shared with the agent. Or, you know, you all been there, you've called, you put in your account number. You finally get to a human and they're like, can I have your account number? You're like, did I not just punch that in? Well, guess what? Not with Salesforce, because when the advisor comes into this screen here, they have all the information about Heather, all her past purchases, all the full conversations that she's had with the agent, and the Agentforce even summarizes the conversation for the advisor. So now what you're seeing is the advisor and Agentforce working together to answer all of Heather's styling questions. Well, Heather is super jacked, ready to come into the store for that in-store event. Now, let's stop, fast forward into the future, and it's the day of the in-store event. Now, here's the thing. We want to make sure that the digital experience and the physical experience are seamless for Heather. And thanks to the power of Retail Cloud, we can do just that. Now, Agentforce is providing details and all this information on Heather's unified profile on the clienteling app that the in-store advisor is using to get prepped on Heather so they can be prepared for her arrival. So now when Heather comes into the store for the event, she can receive that white glove treatment, a treatment that's very demure, very mindful, right? So she's in here shopping and really enjoying this. Now also, she's gonna get the bag, she may get some additional items, and Agentforce can also process in-store transactions as well as print receipts. Now, what you're seeing is Agentforce is the constant thread from beginning to end so we can get Heather to come back again. And that, my friends, is how Saks drives customer success with Agentforce across their Customer 360. Back to you, Mark. I'm going to do some shopping.
All right, was that amazing or what? Yeah, it was pretty awesome. We were just talking, we really think this is like an unbelievable opportunity. It's probably the best keynote team we've ever had, the best keynote we've ever done. Did everybody check out our new cash register we have up here? Was that awesome? Did you see that? That's part of our Predict Spring acquisition. It's incredible. It's going away on that desk, but you're going to check that out of the show. They're able to check out the store. All of that is integrated into the whole platform. It's the first time we have a physical device that we're offering as part of our product line with Predict Spring. Incredible. I mean, you can really see how the platform has changed. I think that this new kind of, call it the rainbow slide, really makes it clear what it is that we're doing. And you can see this vision is really starting to unfold. We're ready for you to get going for Agentforce, but we know all of you don't have all of our clouds installed, right? But talk to us here at the show, and we're going to turn something new on for you called Salesforce Foundations. And Salesforce Foundations is a free upgrade available for Enterprise Edition and higher, and it will automatically flip on Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Service Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Agentforce, and Data Cloud for you automatically. So that is going to be a big shift forward. Incredible vision for the future of all of our businesses. And you are going to be able to build your first agent, pilot your Agentforce now, You're going to become Agentforce agent blazers here at the show. Really, really excited for everyone here. One last thing. We are also going to go on the road all over the world for you. So, Sadhguru sitting right here. Sadhguru, thank you for coming to Dreamforce for the first time. Great to be with you. Thank you so much for being here with me. So grateful for you. The Agentforce World Tour. All right, you have colleagues you wish were here with you, right? Folks that you wish had come to Dreamforce. We're going on the road all over the world. Look at all these cities that we're going to be traveling to. I'm going to every single one. No, I'm not. You are. But it's going to be awesome. And we hope to do here at these shows what is happening here exactly, including the Launchpad. So, getting customers live and running and understanding what it is that's happening and hooking them up and making it all come together live for them. This is so powerful. And finally, one last very important slide. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We are so grateful. And here's all our new friends. We can't wait for this Dreamforce. We can't wait for Imagine Dragons and Pink tomorrow night. Can't wait to get your feedback. Look forward to talking to you all during this conference. Thanks so much for coming, everybody.